Hi, welcome to the Phase Changes lesson plan. In this lesson plan, students are going to utilize a phase change, and then at the very end, they're going to partake in an engineering and design project. So this lesson plan starts with the Engage section. And in the Engage, students are going to explore a beaker filled with ice and some water. It'll be sitting on their desk, and they're just going to kind of notice and wonder. And you, as the teacher, are going to try to elicit them to question, where does the water on the outside of the beaker come from? And then you are going to have them make a hypothesis about that. Again, it's, where does the water on the outside of the beaker come from? So they're going to hypothesize, and then you are going to allow them time to create a procedure to test their hypothesis. And so through that, they're going to be engaged. They're going to be thinking about phase changes. They're going to be wondering, like, well, where does this come from? And then as the next part of your lesson, so after the engage, they're going to explore. And in the explore phase, they're going to do a heat of vaporization lab. Now, in this one, it does take the use of hot plates. So you want to make sure that you've gone through your safety training on that. And they are going to put their beakers full of ice on hot plates, and they're going to add heat, and they're going to record data in their data table. And they're going to notice how the heat, how the temperature rises and then mellows out and then rises again as the ice undergoes its phase changes. And then as you move on to the explanation of this, students are going to do almost like a closed read, but like a closed video watch. So they're going to watch this video about states of matter. You're going to play a little snippet. They're going to take some notes and digest. You're going to play a little snippet, again, back to notes. You're going to play another little snippet, and they're going to take some notes. So through that, they're going to understand phase changes of matter, molecular motion. And then at the end of that, you're going to play a video about gallium, a liquid metal, and how it undergoes its phase changes.
Then we're going to move to the elaborate phase. And in this one, students are going to build on what they've learned in the previous phases, explore the properties of materials and how they react to extreme environmental conditions like heat, cold, or pressure. Their ultimate goal is designing a container that can safely transport materials from Mars. So we're giving them a scenario. There's a Google Slides presentation here that you can show to kind of as a hook for the students to explain what they're doing and to explain their task. So they will be working in groups, and they have a choice of 5 different materials: gallium, iron, aluminum, steel, and copper. And they're going to research first. They're going to research those materials. There's a research recording sheet where they should keep detailed notes of what they find about how phase changes and all these other things can impact their material choice for their container. You're also going to provide different ways for those students to simulate conditions that they might find either in space flight or on the surface of Mars. So in the end, you're going to have a class discussion once students have had an opportunity to test their containers and ask them, what did they learn? What was something that surprised them? What are the potential pitfalls of their chosen materials? Ask them to, kind of look at the other groups and see if there's something that they can suggest for them. They're going to spend 10 minutes with an introduction, and then 40 minutes designing their container, 30 minutes to test its survivability, and then a round discussion with the entire class based on what they learned from their test. There's an optional activity if there's time. Teams could exchange containers and create a scenario to see if the container survives their chosen hazards. There's a rubric that's included to assess the students on their understanding. And there's also some extensions where students can do different things with real world examples or exploring other materials that are not included on their current list.